2 indicators. That's the entire strategy I'm going to use for the rest of my life. Simple, repeatable, effective. Master it, and your chances of becoming a successful trader go up more than anything else that you could do. Most traders won't believe it's this simple, but stick with me and I'll prove it. Let's look at my trade on QQQ. This is as simple as it can possibly get. Now, we all know that the stock market has been running significantly. It goes up, it goes down, there's news, there's this and that. All that really matters to me is 2 things, volume and trend. And when I look at a chart like this, this is QQQ, I look and I say, okay, what gives me the highest probability to make money, to be profitable on a trade? And that's trading a spot that enters through this sweet spot area. So if you're looking at my chart, I look at volume in here, and I look at trend. This is all this down here. It's telling me the direction that the stock is going, the direction that money is flowing into the stock. Is it coming into the stock, or is it going out of the stock? ETF, crypto, commodity, whatever. Into the ticker symbol, I'll say. So where I have the highest chance of making money is right in here. So I'm going to quickly go through this, then we'll break it down as the video goes on. Stock comes, starts entering through the sweet spot. Red is on top of yellow, meaning that the trend is going in the positive direction. I look and say, all right, where's my volume? Do I have buyers coming into the stock? Yes, I do. My entry point is somewhere down in this area. Now we have to determine where. I'm going to get into that later in the video. But then we just enter it and we let it roll. That's the beauty of trading, and that's the beauty of being able to trust trends. As the trend continues to go up and then goes sideways and goes sideways and goes sideways in the overbought area, what happens to the stock price? It continues to go higher and higher and higher. And you may be saying, well, this is an ETF, it's different than a stock. No, it's the same thing as an equity. It's the same thing as a cryptocurrency. It's the same thing as a commodity. I don't care what the ticker symbol is. I don't care what the price is. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is what the volume is doing and what the trend is doing. And if you can trust those 2 things, you're going to be a profitable trader. So let's break down where the entry points come in here. So we're looking at a chart of QQQ. I'll pull up another example just to show you how you can do this on really anything. So you're coming in and you're saying, okay, I'm looking, my first place that my eyes go, they go to the trend area. Down here, this is the stochastic. How do we find the entry point? Well, we look and say we need to enter the sweet spot. And some might be asking, very smart question, why is this determined as the sweet spot? I've been doing this for 22 years. I determined over my time, this area gives me the highest probability to make money. When I enter a stock or an equity or a ticker symbol that is in this area, I have the highest chance of making money. Is it going to work every time? No. But if I enter 100 trades, probably 60 or 70 of them are going to work with varying ranges of profitability. Some might be 4%, some might be 40%, but they're going to give me the opportunity to make money. And that's what I'm looking for, because those averages average out to a large number over time. So looking at QQQ, let's go in and say, all right, where are we entering the sweet spot here? Well, we started entering right here. Trend started, but we started getting a ton of buying volume coming in here. I decided to enter on this candle right here. Now, this is a little bit different, and this kind of goes to the 22 years of experience. I don't generally like breaking rules, but the idea behind this is if you've been doing this for a long period of time and you trade the same stocks over and over, the same ticker symbols over and over, you are going to learn that each of them have their own behavior. Just like your kid has its own behavior. You could probably predict what he's going to do next, what she's going to do next. It's the same thing with the stock market. If you trade the same stocks over and over, I actually challenge you to do this. Take one stock, doesn't matter what it is, and watch it for a month. After that month, you're going to be able to say, I bet this is going to happen the next day. I bet this is the type of move that's going to happen. I bet this is the type of volume that comes into the stock. It's actually kind of uncanny how they each have their own behavior, but that's why I only trade 5 at a time. QQQ is one of them. I knew that when this was starting to get a good candlestick, not so much engulfing, but along with really good volume after a spat of very weak volume starting to come through the sweet spot, that this was going to go for some type of run. Now, I looked at other things that were happening in the market and I said, all right, these semiconductors are going crazy. The president is talking about Micron, Intel. There's news going on in China. There's news going on in Iran. There's stuff going on in the Strait of Hormuz. we're below these moving averages. The market wants to be above these major moving averages. Boom, look what happened in the subsequent days. And you just started going for this run. Now, could you call it lucky? Sure, but I look at this and say, and you might be saying, well, why didn't it happen back here? It didn't happen back here because there wasn't the same news going on in the market. So I will say, admittedly with this one, it was a little bit of more of a gamble than I usually take, but take it back to the principles of it. Take it back to having the experience, understanding what stocks do what. I'm going to show you an example of exactly following the rules after this one. But you run it through, up through the sweet spot, and you just stay in this thing. And that's going to bring me to, where do you exit this? Well, you don't exit, and it's very simple. This is why this is so easy. You don't exit until you drop back into the sweet spot going in the other direction. So as stocks go sideways on the top, this is called the overbought area. This area up in here is called the overbought area. Once you're in the overbought area, doesn't mean exit. It means stay in it and just let it go sideways. Because what happens when trends go sideways? Stock prices go higher, and then they start to pull back a little bit. As soon as they pull back, right there, drop below 80% back into the sweet spot, meaning that your trend has changed. You're now a short. You're betting against the ticker symbol. That's when you exit. And this was a very, very quick and profitable trade in a very short amount of time. That's the beauty of following the trend, trusting the trend, and not reacting to stock price. Now, I want to show a trade from, not me, but from a member of our community. This is from Umberto. We actually talked about it on the live stream before I was recording this video. I want to show what he was seeing. Now, this is a short, so remember, we're going in the other direction, but still, what's happening? We're looking for our trend to go in the opposite direction, meaning down. You have to be a two-way trader. Think about some of the best hockey players that have ever played, some of the best basketball players that ever played. What are they good at? Offense and defense. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. You have to be a good offensive and defensive player. So offense, when stocks are going up, you need to know how to go long. And when the market is pulling back, you need to know how to go short. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money shorting than going long. Think about it. Stocks fall faster than they go up. That's just how it works. People panic, stocks just start falling down. Need to know how to short. I'm going to show you right here. So Umberto looked at this and said, all right, and he actually made 10% on this trade. He's already out of it. He said, all right, where does this thing start? He started shorting this thing right in here. He got a beautiful engulfing candlestick. He was starting to fall in the sweet spot right here. We were getting decent volume. Not great volume, decent volume. And that was kind of the gamble on this trade, the unknown. But it's not the worst volume in the world. I like looking at the average. And honestly, when I start thinking about where average volume is, an average volume, let me get these whiskers out of here, is this yellow line. And you can see over time, this is average volume over 30 days. This is starting to increase. So if we strip that out, look where the average volume was. We were kind of right in here, well below. So I actually think this was pretty decent volume. And again, these are just things that you learn by repeating charts over and over and over. This is all about repetition. There's no genius to this, trust me. It's just seeing the same patterns over and over and being able to replicate them. Now, a little bit different than my QQQ trade. Let's see what he did. So he was in this thing, great, started to move down, great, started to move down. Now what happened here? This is called a snapback. Stock price snaps back up. Does that mean exit? No, it doesn't mean exit because we want to trust our trend. What it does mean is take profits. Take some profits off the table. So if you invest $1,000 into a trade, and let's say you're up 10%, so you have $1,100 in the trade now. Take $100 off the table. Sell however many shares. It would be about 4 shares in this one. It's about $27 a share. Let's say it's $25 a share. Sell 4 shares. So you have that $100 in your pocket. Then see what happens. There's a chance that this, and this is what Umberto did. He took some profits. There's a chance that this goes like this, and then boom, continues down, probably comes down here to like $20 a share. Or it continues to go higher and you can end up exiting the trade, but you have that $100 of profit that you took that you can use as kind of a cushion. But these are just different ways that you can approach trading. This is a perfect example of how to enter a trade, knowing you have good volume, knowing you have a good trend, knowing you have a good candlestick, better than my QQQ candlestick, and then noticing, okay, I got a little bit of a snapback here. I'm just going to take some profits. I don't need to exit the trade, and I'm going to see what happens in the subsequent days. I'm willing to guess what's going to happen with this thing is it's just going to kind of hover here, and then it's going to start to break down again, and he's going to make more of a profit. He's going to struggle getting through the 25-day moving average, but then he'll make the move down to this $20 number, maybe $18 number. Now with this, I want people to copy what I'm doing, but I don't want you to copy these specific trades. That's not the goal here. There's a reason that I show my trades that I'm doing in the live streams, but I don't just blast them to everybody because that's not my goal. My goal is not for you guys to copy my trades. My goal is to copy the strategy that I'm teaching you so that you can do this on your own. That's the idea here. I'm teaching you a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. That's what I want to happen. I'm not trying to get rich off doing this channel. It's just frankly not going to happen. What I want to do is teach people how they can make more money, how they can have a hobby that is going to make them money, how they can have a strategy that is not just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. It's simple and it's repeatable. Now, I talked about the community, and this is something that I wish I had 20 plus years ago, because starting out on your own is very difficult. But having those people by your side that are like-minded, that have the same goals as you, that you can ask questions to on day one, it's a great place to kind of communicate and chat and have those conversations. We go live 4 days a week just to our private community. Between me and Bailey, who is our great ambassador, we go live 4 days a week on YouTube. We talk about day trades together. We talk about swing trades. In our Patreon chat, you can ask questions to me. You can ask questions to the other members of the community. Something that I love that has probably started about 4 to 6 weeks ago is every morning somebody posts in the chat and they say, "Good morning, everybody." And it's just day trade after day trade, swing trade after swing trade. And people are discussing the trades that they're looking at and sharing those ideas. So when people say, "Hey, where do I find stocks?" Finding stocks is pretty easy when you have a community. You don't have to go and filter them yourself. You don't have to create screeners. Your screener is the community. My screener is the community. If I go up and I look at here, all of these charts right here, all these stocks right here, I entered these this morning. These are all different flagpoles. Don't worry about what a flagpole is right now. But these are examples of flagpoles that I'm watching to go short. The idea came from the community during the live stream that I had today, and I said, I'm going to make a flagpole watch list. So I invite you to join the community. The link is in the description below. It's not much. Give it a shot. What do you have to lose? Now, these were just 2 examples that I gave you. There's so much more. We talk about flagpole patterns, ugly face patterns, head and shoulders patterns. I made a video with an entire trading course. It's from A to Z, from chart setup to everything that you need to know. You need to watch it right here. Click this video, and I'll see you in the Patreon community.